Hi, this is Alexis from the Wing Surfer. We're here at AWSI. It's a little wet out there, but there is wind. I'm here at the AK booth with Clinton, and I mean, these are looking really, really, really spectacular. I mean, like, not just buttering the muffin here.
Oh, thanks a lot. It's actually, I guess the secret is it's been a really fun project, you know. So we've developed the Phazer line with Zane in Hawaii and with the crew in Cape Town, and like we're exactly on the opposite sides of the world, getting different feedback. And it's, you know, the project is, we're all passionate about surf foiling and kite foiling and downwinding and winging. Yeah, so it's just been a really great combo. Yeah, so this is the Phazer. The concept with the board started essentially from our surf foil board range, and from this we just migrated into bigger and bigger boards, and then optimized those, you know, for wingboard use in the big sizes, and then as you get to the middle sizes, they're great surf foil board crossovers, and then those have, you know, as wingings migrated towards smaller boards, those have become much more relevant. And then as you go beyond that, then even the smaller sizes, like down to the 4.0, they're great for kite foiling as well. So it takes you, through a whole spectrum. I guess if you look at our foil range, it's a little bit within the same philosophy of having like a single board concept that you can just cross over. There's so many people who want one board, that's like the one board dream.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, it's more like golfing almost, where you have to have a bunch of different little clubs in there.
yeah, well, we'll see where, for us specifically, as you get to the smaller sizes, we're getting quite a few people, that's like their high wind wing board, that'll be their surf foil board, so that's definitely what we're seeing. And then as you go to the bigger sizes, then you're looking at more of a pure dedicated wing board, yeah.
So tell me some of the features about this board.
Yeah, so as I said, what we try to do is still keep an intermediate length. We kept the nose shape more of a classic surf shape, and that was really from working with Zane. Essentially what he likes about that is as soon as he comes off foil, if he's turning, then then he's engaging into a rail, which is still a very classic shape. So the board, in terms of carving, that was really what we wanted to focus on, is downwind carving, ease of use, within the Phazer. And yeah, so keeping that kind of classic surf outline within the nose. The concave deck. In terms of the strap configurations, we have the straight strap, the offset strap, and the thing we added for this year is also the angled back strap. We're finding more and more people riding, want to ride just in a single stance, or when they're downwinding or surfing, that they want to have that slightly offset strap configuration. If you go to the bottom shape, we also added a bigger handle this year, just for the bigger boards. So that'll be, in all of the wing shapes, we have the handle, and then as soon as you can get your arms around it, like your surf shapes from like kind of 5 foot down, those don't have the carry handle. The construction is a reflex carbon, so it's a full carbon top deck with the carbon wrap onto the rails. We have like an unpainted rail, just so that in terms of durability, you're not chipping the paint on the edges. The foil boards live on their sides a lot. And then with the shape, again, looking at a classic, step tail, hard edge, running through into like a slight convex in the nose, and then just running into a double concave. So, we experimented a lot with much more radical bottom shapes, and every time I think we did 8 or 10 different boards, all in the same size, with different bottom shapes, different dropouts and details, and in the end we came back to what we felt was like, I guess for me, I'm really passionate about surf shaping as well. So like we find through the evolution of surf, you always see there's trends, and then there's kind of, for me, what really works, and that was what we try to do with the Phazer.
Awesome. Now you've got a really, really nice carbon board behind you here. What would we have?
Yeah, so one of the feedback that we had from the market is looking for a more compact, dedicated wingboard shape. So yeah, this is the compact, and what we did on this board was like we really took the geometry and try to make it as compact as possible. And then bringing in what we'd learned from the Phazers. And so that essentially is an interesting product from the construction. And you can see on the top deck, that's a reflex carbon Inegra top deck. So the difference with the Inegra is really good for impact. So if the board's on its edge, you'll see that that we again went for the unpainted rail, just to have products that are really durable and that they look good over time. Another interesting thing is what we call the high apex rail. So although the compacts are quite wide, if you look at your total rail width, you're losing at least 4 to 5 inches of actually waterline width. And you still have a lot of stability from the wider board. So we wanted to keep the boards relatively easy to use, especially as a trend towards people wanting to ride slightly smaller boards. So making them smaller but still making them easier to run. Again, on the bottom deck, the large handle, just making it easier to carry. The same with the step tail, and then running a pretty hard release edge in the tail that moves around from the double concave into a very light single concave in the nose, and very rounded rails just to stop anything catching in the nose for more aggressive riding. And for us, the compact, we see it more in the freestyle space, free ride space, and a little bit in the kind of racing, going fast space. So the boards need to still be pretty versatile, because everybody seems to be wanting to do everything at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's still looking for that one board quiver.
Yeah, absolutely. We're chasing that too.
Now, I know there's so much more specifics on construction, weight, volume, sizing, all that. Where can they go?
The best thing to do is go to akdurablesupplyco.com, and everything is there.
Thank you so much, sir.